Hello everyone, and welcome to this sort of side video that I'm doing. I wanted to put up another quick video before Christmas and talk about what's going on and why I haven't been doing any more Life is Strange videos. Long story short, my hard drive completely wiped. I don't know what happened, and so I lost all the games in my Steam library, which isn't a huge deal. I just need to re-download them, and I might have to play back up to that part in Life is Strange. I just haven't really had the time to do it. I've been so busy. So in the meantime, I wanted to put up something, and since I just got into this yesterday, I thought I would show off the Gwent closed beta. If you have never played The Witcher, specifically The Witcher 3, Gwent is a little card game, just sort of a side diversion that you can play with people, and it's all about putting out your cards and fielding different forces to take control of the battlefield. It's very, very simple to play, but of course it's in the details where it starts to get really good. So let's just get into a casual match. These are the different decks you can play as. Let me get over to my keyboard. Okay. You have the Northern Realms, which are sort of your basic fantasy, medieval human people. Most of The Witcher you're spending in the Northern Realms. The Monsters deck, which has all sorts of the demons and things that Geralt has to fight. Scoia'tael, which represents the other fantasy races, mostly elves and dwarves, which are sort of outcast in the Witcher universe. And then Skellige, which are the Viking, Nordic kind of people. I actually have my own Skellige deck that I've made, so we're going to go ahead and choose that. We'll see how we do. I've only played one casual match, and I lost, so I'm still really figuring out how to put out a good deck that has some synergy to it. One nice thing, the game does load very quickly.
We do what must be done.
Okay.
Uncrate!
I haven't gone up against a Scoia'tael, so this should be interesting. So when the game starts out, you draw something like 9 or 10 cards, and you can go through and get rid of any that you don't think really work for you. I'm fine with all of these, actually. So unlike most card games where it's you start your turn and then you draw a card, this game you draw almost every card you're going to use from the game right at the very beginning. And so the real trick is strategic resource management and making sure you're not blowing all your good cards early on. They're taking their time. That's alright. Okay, so I get to go first. The strongest card I have in my deck is Geralt, which everyone starts with. I don't know if I want to put him out just yet. So here's how the game works. You have 3 rows. A melee row, a ranged row, I was going to say artillery, and then a siege weapon row. And this is important because you have certain abilities that can actually affect different rows. 2 base strength. I don't really know what I want to do here. Yeah, I'll just put him there.
For blood!
You can see at the bottom of the screen, I have 9, which is the total of both of the cards I put down. My opponent has 4. Basically, you just want to beat their total. Let's see here. See, here's an ability that affects an entire row. Whoever has the highest total at the end of the round, oh, she put down a trap. That's kind of what the Scoia'tael does. These little traps that they put down. 2 base. Yeah.
Billion barrels of burning fish.
Yeah, I figured that would happen. Anyway, as I was saying, you just want to have the highest total at the end of the round, and it's best 2 out of 3 rounds. See, I could let this person just take the round and try to come back in the next one, but they are going to have an advantage. 3 strength.
I promise you a quick death.
That wasn't the best move I could have done. I probably should have used it on one of these guys. I just wanted to take that card out. And I don't want to hit the cow, because if it goes down,
oh my!
Another really good monster spawns from it. So at this point, I have to decide if it's really worth the trouble of using any more cards to try to take control. To all instances. So that's a good card if you have several of one kind of card out. I'm just going to pass. I'll give them the round. Hopefully I can come back in round 2. So at the start of round 2, you each draw 2 cards. And because their cow was destroyed between rounds, they get this really strong monster, which I'm not thrilled about, but I can deal with it.
That's it.
First, let's weaken that.
Throat's parched, bone dry.
And we'll put out my Witcher.
Let's get this over with.
Everything all right?
Let's see here. I'm not sure what that was about. They might have had to destroy something from their deck. But that powers up their other cards. I'm going to go ahead and power up... Oh, it's a gold. I can't do that. Yeah, Geralt's, you can see he has a gold border, which means he's a very special, powerful card. And they're immune to a lot of card abilities, even good card abilities, so... I kind of hate to use that longship, but I don't have anything else.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather while we still can.
That's really very helpful. Oh. Go ahead and put out Yennefer.
You best yield now!
She'll help weaken their strongest cards. In order to keep the game going, I'm going to have to take this round. So he's got me in kind of a bad position. Yeah. Even if I do win this round, it's going to set me up pretty badly for the 3rd round.
My folk have suffered much.
So what I just did was I used my special Skellige ability, which allowed me to spawn 2 cards. And my opponent responded by using his, which lets him draw. So this Torrential Rain doesn't help me at all because it affects siege rows, and my opponent doesn't have any siege cards. We'll use this to power up both my guys. We'll see if they decide to fight or just give me the round and go to round 3. Truth is, if we go to round 3, I'm probably going to lose. Which means there's really no way for me to win this game. This person really doesn't want to go to round 3.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I'll go ahead and pass. And here's where it's going to be bad, because we're both down to our last cards, and one of my cards is really useless. And I start, which means... I have to play this one.
Sure, no problem.
So the reason I had to play that is because if I play this guy, he removes 3 strength.
More
And the only unit he would have been able to use it on would have been himself. I don't know if that's actually possible, but I didn't want to risk it. If they've got a monster, I'm probably done. Oh. So I automatically pass because I have nothing to play. And they win the round with just 3. That was a good game, though. Good game. And we'll see if they say it back. Yeah. So at the end of the game, you can say good game, which sends ore to the other player, like this, and you can use ore to craft cards. So there we go. So obviously I still have a few things to learn. My first impressions of this, they're kind of mixed. I really like how simple the game is. You can put, you only need 25 cards in a deck, and so it's really easy to deck build that way, because you don't have to worry about how 60 cards are all going to interact with each other. And also, as you saw, the gameplay itself is very simple, but there are so many opportunities to dig into it in really formulate a strategy, which I really like. On the other hand, I wonder if it's maybe a little bit too simple. I wonder if it's going to have enough meat whenever it's ready to keep bringing people back to it, the way that Hearthstone brings me back every couple months, the way that I'm always seeing what's going on with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic, or the Game of Thrones card game. I'm a sucker for all of those, and I just don't see this one having as much. But like I said, it's a closed beta, so there's plenty of opportunities for them to add stuff. This is in no way an indication of what the final product is going to be. So anyway, that's Gwent. Check it out sometime. Like, it's closed right now, but maybe they'll open it sometime soon. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And before I go, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it, Happy Holidays, and if you don't celebrate anything, just have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.